This is Dr. Jasleen Namita Patra. This is an edited version of the post-mortem examination I conducted on the body of Andrew Lewis Fairfield. Date of birth, 23rd of November, 1990. The full-length audio of the PM is available at reference number 38906 Batra. Present also was Johan Gunnarsson, senior officer on base. Post-mortem was conducted between the hours of 5 a.m. and 10 a.m. on the 22nd of June, 2023. This tape, compiled the following day, constitutes my selection of the crucial findings from that post-mortem. This edited version should not be taken as evidence without reference to the full file. Please also see photographs in file reference number 38907 Batra. The first excerpt begins at time code 0319. I have to state again, for the record, I'm not comfortable with this procedure.
You think I am?
I haven't considered pathology since my hospital rotation, and we never did post-mortem.
Yeah, understood.
You've given me 3 hours to prepare, and 2 of those were without comms.
What did you do?
I went to the library. We have a depressingly wide selection of Patricia Cornwell novels. She was a medical examiner. Her character, there's lots of references.
Not any use.
Of course not. What else could I do?
I don't know, take a bit more time. He's still frozen.
In the hour of comms I had, they all said it's better to work like this. Unanimous.
Okay. Well, what do I do?
I'll want close-up photos throughout. I'll say when.
Right.
Okay, let's get started. Subject is wearing his main red Kioni jacket over a woolen jumper and t-shirt.
Only those layers.
Yes.
It's not enough. You wouldn't go out like that.
Did you find his beanie, mask or goggles down the crevasse?
No. Although, to be honest, we didn't look. It was a shock finding him. The weather was not good. It wasn't easy getting him up, so we didn't look. We couldn't stay.
I think I should carry on.
Of course.
Bottoms are his snow trousers on top of jeans with what looks like boxer shorts, working boots, ridged soles, woolen socks. All these items will be bagged for future inspection. The trousers show 2 rips, one on the upper left thigh, one on the right knee. Fabric looks to be recently torn.
When? He was thrown into the crevasse.
We're not concerned with speculation, not here.
Okay.
And a tear in the jacket, the left shoulder, a rip, approximately 8 centimeters in length.
You want me to,
Each of the rips, please.
tears are all consistent with falling down the crevasse?
That's for others with greater expertise, I'd say. We're just concerned with showing their position relative to the subject. Unfortunately, we don't have any photographic evidence for the body as it was found in position.
There was 2 of us holding him out. It was just me and Matteo. We didn't exactly have time to take
Let's
pictures.
keep our focus here. Have you got his shoulder?
Got it.
Both sides?
Got it.
Right. The head is bare. Was his hood up when you found him?
I can't remember.
I shall now examine the wounds to the head. Oh, this isn't easy. You don't normally know the victim.
We have to try and forget that.
Really? Sorry.
It's okay.
I think we should remove the coat. It will make it easier. Next sequence occurs at 24 minutes and 19 seconds. There would appear to be a... Actually, I think you should reposition the camera. Yes, just there, so it can take in the entire skull.
Right.
There. Photograph straight into the crown of the skull.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that'll be good. Thanks. Moving from left to right across the skull.
Is that from your point of view or Drew's? The patient's left and right?
From the subject's POV, always. The first appears to be a blunt force trauma to the temporal bone behind the ear. Seems not to have broken the skin, though there's significant discoloration. It might be either lividity or bruising, I can't tell. Get that. Moving across the skull, the second blow occurs on the left frontal bone close to the coronal suture. This has broken the skin and the arachnoid and dura membranes and fractured the cranium. There is substantial subdural hemorrhage. Substantial. There may be bone fragments in the brain. I'm not sure at this stage. We will almost certainly need to shave the head. The third wound is similar. It's located on the subject's left parietal bone and again has punctured both membranes and the bone. I think I can see all fragments in this instance. The fourth blow, the one I am numbering 4, is located on the squamous suture above the right ear. This appears not to have punctured the skin. Again, a contusion with significant discoloration.
Can you describe the nature of the blunt force?
I shall.
What might have caused the trauma? The murder weapon?
Yes. There is one more head wound. The nasal bone appears to have been struck, driving it into the inferior nasal concha. There is a marked absence of bruising, and I would venture that this wound was caused post-mortem.
He fell into the grass.
Was dropped. He was dead at this point. Or it could have been when they were taking him there.
They?
For goodness sake, whoever, whatever, please. It's not an ante or perimortem injury. There's no bleeding. You drop a dead weight face down, the nose is the first thing that will smash.
Could there be traces, of where it happened?
No bleeding. The heart had stopped pumping when this injury occurred. It's a bloodless injury. Maybe no bone fragments might be there.
Okay.
But let's keep to observations, speculations later.
Sure, I get those.
Superficially, in terms of the face, there is a great deal of blood dried into the epidermis. There's been substantial loss of blood from the skull wounds, and I would posit that this is the source of the blood. There are no perimortem wounds on the face, nothing on the cheeks.
So he was lying in his own blood.
Something like that. I'll have to test the blood, in short it says.
Can we do DNA testing here on base?
No, but I can type it, which will go some way to elimination.
Okay.
Moving on. Any other wounds elsewhere on the body? The neck is clear of any marks or bruising, and there are also no obvious signs of petechial hemorrhaging in the eyes, so nothing to suggest strangulation or suffocation. The hands.
Just realized he has no gloves. He should have gloves.
They are the only other exposed parts. Left hand shows grazes. Again, no bruising or discoloration, so almost certainly caused post-mortem. Right hand is also...
What?
Middle finger on the left hand appears to be fractured with significant contusions. The break seems to be in the proximal interphalangeal joint. I can confirm that with an X-ray later. And grazing along the ring and index fingers. Get it? And a significant contusion to the thenar. Almost certainly antemortem.
Defensive wounds.
Perhaps.
He's really... Sorry. My body's warming up.
Yes. I think we're going to have to get these clothes off.
What?
What did you think we were going to do? Next sequence occurs at 37 minutes, 35 seconds. For the recording, when removing Drew's clothes, we discovered his mobile phone zipped up in his trouser pocket.
I'll put it in one of your specimen bags and place it in my safe.
Good idea. Shall we?
Yes.
The subject is now naked. I have made a full inspection of the body surface and have found only the following. One tattoo located above the right ankle bone reading the word cookie in all caps. Not goggle, I think. Yes, Cookie. And a second tattoo on the back between the two shoulder bones. It's written in Chinese script, 5 characters. We'll have to source a translation for that.
Greg speaks Mandarin. Well, he knows a few words.
Photographs, please. A lower right abdomen, a laparoscopic appendectomy scar, very well healed.
Did you see that? It's tiny.
It's in his notes, appendicitis in 2019. No other wounds, scars, or anything to note. I think we need to shave the head, make a close examination. Here, can you help me move this? Next sequence occurs at 1 hour, 11 minutes, 5 seconds. Yes, right. The skull is now revealed. We have removed the dried blood. The 4 blows are clearly revealed. 2 merely bruising the skin, 2 puncturing the membranes and fracturing the skull. There is a pronounced similarity between the wound marks. Each appears to have been caused by the same object. Each is approximately 4, maybe 3.5 centimeters in diameter. I would posit that they are all caused by the same object.
Namely?
Something heavy. Something about 3 centimeters in diameter.
Hammer?
3 centimeters is quite wide for a hammer. It's not impossible, but more like a mallet. The sort that you'd use for tent pegs.
Could the weapon be smaller, but still make a large hole? That's what I mean.
As you know, I'm a family physician, not a pathologist. We'll get someone else to look at the photographs.
But something like a hammer. It needs to be something you can get a bit of speed up, to smash the skull.
Well, yes.
If we do find the hammer, we can match it, right?
If Patricia Cornwell is to be trusted, yes. Apparently it's called a mechanical fit.
Okay.
Not that I completely understand how I'm not a
pathologist. I got it.
I just don't want to mislead you.
Yeah, I understand, but how might we do it?
Well, in a moment, I want you to take individual photographs of each injury site, the 4 blows, with this L-shaped scale in the photograph positioned close to and around the injury. I will then print the images at actual size. Later, if we find the weapon, we can photograph it in the same way. And the printed images of weapon and injury could be overlaid to see if there was an exact match or mechanical fit.
Okay, impressive.
In theory.
And 3 of the blows on the left of his skull, implying someone who's right-handed.
And 1 on the right, possibly suggesting the opposite.
A struggle.
Or after he went down, maybe. You're making me speculate again.
Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud, really.
We need to take some bloods. Can you pass me that syringe? Next sequence, final, occurs at 2 hours, 42 minutes, 11 seconds. Okay, I think that's everything. We have the blood results done. They'll be logged under 38907 Patra. We find high levels of alcohol, blood alcohol content of 0.12%.
What's that mean?
0.08, you can't drive, but legally, I mean. At 0.1, you start slurring your words. At 0.15, you might want to vomit, depending on your tolerance. At 0.2, you're out of it. 0.4, you're dead, or heading that way.
So, 0.12%. Quite merry.
Drunk.
It was the midwinter party.
I'm not making value judgments here, but nothing else found in the blood. We may do some more thorough tests later.
So, is that it?
Yeah, I've done everything I can.
So? Cause of death.
Almost certainly multiple blunt force trauma to the skull. You'll get someone else to look at it, but I can't see anything else. We have the fractures, we have the not inconsiderable bleeding.
And could he have got these, could it have happened as he fell down the crevasse?
Yes. Well, we should ask ourselves that.
And?
He's got wounds which killed him in 2 separate places. If it was 1, maybe it could be some kind of sharp ice he fell head first onto. But 2, striking him with significant force simultaneously at different angles and leaving exactly the same size and shape injury on the skull? Almost impossible.
The nose broken. Post-mortem.
But you could have done that.
What?
Hauling him out, getting him on your sled.
Oh, I see.
Sorry. Shall we
What?
get him into the bag?
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's true. Somebody killed him. Dumped him. It's, just sort of come home, you know. So busy before, but now. I mean, are you sure? Are you sure someone did this?
I'm not a pathologist.
I know.
Yes, Johan, this was 4 intentional blows to his head with enough deliberate force to kill. More than enough.
Right, okay. I'll be back.
Yeah.
You do this.
Lay it along there, along the gurney. That's it. We roll him.
All right.
Have you prepared the storage?
Storage?
You said you had a place to put him, the body. It needs to stay below 0 degrees.
Just the abandoned research hut, you know, past the cylinder.
Is that...
It's freezing. It's not heated perfect.
Is it locked?
It will be.
Good. I mean, that's essential.
Of course.
I want the key,
Sorry?
in case I need to do more tests.
You can get it off me anytime.
For my written report, please see 38900 Batra. That includes my email address if you have any further questions. I'll try to answer speedily, if comms are up.